Hi guys and gals, Froggy here. This is my C5 Z06, setting it up for the 2015 race season, autocross. And I have already done a video for you that shows you how to set camber, which I just did today on this car. And I have also done a video for you that shows you how to set tow, which I haven't done on this car yet. I'm going to do it tomorrow. But I have never shown you how to check your caster. So this one is going to be how to check your caster. Now, the way I'm going to do it is sort of a combination of the David Farmer method. He's a guy on Corvette forum, very nice guy, a well-known guy, and also some information that I've got from my Smart Camber alignment tool. So here's what we got so far. I'll show you. I've got before and after right here and right here on my front camber. I went from 3.7 to 3.1, the right side 3.6 to 3.0. Within a tenth of a degree, forget about it. It's close enough. If you want to try and get it closer, go for it, but I call that close enough. Now on the rear, let's skip down in here. I left it the same. I measured before 1.4, 1.4, after 1.5 and 1.4, and I didn't change anything. I just rolled the car back and forth. You're going to get a little bit of a discrepancy in measuring. Don't worry about it. I'm leaving the back the same. Here's what I want to show you how to do. Caster. The way you do it is you have to use an alignment tool. There are other ways to do it. I'm going to show you just the way that I do it. And I've attached the tool. Let's turn it on. It should say about negative 3.0. There's 3.1. Okay. Like I told you, within a tenth, don't worry about it. So the way David recommends and the way I'm going to do it, first of all, one thing I don't think he mentions, but I'm going to mention it. You want to put something slippery underneath your front tires. I use plastic bags. If you want to buy some plates, they have some plates that allow the front wheel to turn. Toe plates, I think they call them toe plates or turning plates. But I just use plastic bags. So we've got our tool attached. We're going to start the car. Now you can see just from the vibration of the car, the gauge is reading a little bit different. That's why I'm telling you, don't worry about it. We've got a negative 3.0 or 1 or 2. Let me move the steering wheel a little bit. See that? Get the steering wheel centered. Okay, there's not going to be anything we can do about that jumping around. That's because this car has a little bit of a lumpy idle, and the wheel actually moves. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the gauge. It's this front wheel that's moving in and out a little bit as the car idles. So the way you do it is you turn the wheel a half a turn, and this has been calculated mathematically. Half a turn to the left. Oh gosh, my tool fell off. That's all right. That's a strong tool. I'm going to just put it back on there. So this is the left side, driver's side. We went from about 3.1 to 1.6. So previously I had 1.5, so 1.6, 1.5, that's close enough. That's turning the wheel to the left. Wheel turns left. Now I'm going to turn the wheel to the right. I hope my tool doesn't fall off again. Nice and easy. There. Now these are both negative readings. Negative 1.5 and this is a negative 4.3 or 4. Let's call it 4.4. So you write that down. Last time I did it I had a 4.3 before I was filming. So with the wheel turn to the left, negative 1.5. Wheel turn to the right, negative 4.3. Then you do the same thing on the other side. I'm not going to bother showing it to you, but it's the same thing. Turning the wheel to the right, turning the wheel to the left. These are all negatives. Okay, hold on now, I shut the car off. I want to show you a little bit more of the theory of this, how David figured it out, and he's a smarter guy than I am. I'm just doing a video to show you how to do it visually. The measurements and the calculations and the math are based on a Corvette C5 or C6 steering ratio of 16:1. That's how you get your 20 degrees this way and 20 degrees that way just by turning the steering wheel. We didn't measure 20 degrees either way, which is the industry standard. We just turn the wheel, and that'll get you pretty darn close to 20 degrees. Here's we turn the wheel to the left and right. We measured the camber left and right, and make sure you keep track of whether it's positive or negative. Now in my case it was all negative numbers. Negative, 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 negative. Now what you do is you subtract. If they're both negative, you subtract them because you want the delta. You want the difference that happens from here to here. And I got 2.8 on the left, change, or delta, 2.7 on the right, change, or delta. Now comes the math, and David has calculated this math out. You have a multiplier that you use. You multiply the change by 2.62 for each side. So 2.62 times 2.8 is this. 2.62 times 2.7 is this. So my left caster is 7.3. My right caster is about 7.1. These are good readings per FOT's recommendation. FOT is a race company that has made some nice products. I use some of their products, and I'm going to show you that. Here's a chart, the FOT alignment chart, and I hope this comes out clear. I'm going to read it for you anyway. Caster in degrees, whoops, down here, caster in degrees, 6.5 min to 7.5 max. That's for poly bushings and DOT race tires. 7.3 and 7.1. So right there. Could I make these closer? I could maybe, but my car tracks straight as an arrow when I drive it, and on this, on caster measurement, I'm saying within 2/10 I call it good. With camber I say within 1/10 I call it good. So if I round this to 7.1, I'm within my 2/10, so I'm calling it good. So that's how Froggy does caster, how he checks the caster. Now if you needed to change the caster because it was more than 7.2, you have to do that with alignment shims. I've already got my wheel back on there, but the upper control arm has shims here, 2 shims here on a dog bone, and 2 shims here on a dog bone. And what you do is you take shims off one side and add them to the other side. And I'm not sure I can explain that very well, but it doesn't change your negative camber at all. It changes your caster. Maybe one of you guys who knows more about this than I do can put a comment down on this video as to why that is. But anyway, that's how you do it. You take some off, you add them over here, or you take some off and you add them over there, depending on whether you want to increase or decrease your caster. So that's how Froggy checks his caster. And if this helps you out, give me a thumbs up or a like. If you want more from Froggy, subscribe to my channel. It's free. See you later, guys and gals. Froggy out. Bye-bye.